The U.S. government is officially shut down. What's going on, guys? It's Ricky with TechPod Solutions. Hope that you guys are all having an amazing Tuesday. It's still Tuesday here in Arizona. It's 10:28 p.m. Sorry for all those in the East Coast that I'm catching a little bit late. Just wanted to make sure that you are aware of kind of what's going on, what's the expectation, and where do we go starting tomorrow, right? So what a way to end September. So tomorrow is going to be October 1st, the first trading month of October, and I'm really excited to kick it off with our live trading session. If you want to tune on in, second link down below. With that being said, the U.S. government has officially shut down. Everything is on hold. Well, what exactly does this mean? It says that the U.S. government shut down after the Senate fails to pass spending bill. For those that do not know, you come up with a fiscal bill every single year, and according to the fiscal year, that ends on September 30th. If there is no new bill or legislation to pass funding, then this is where the shutdown happens. Now, is this a rare occurrence? Not really. I talked about it a little bit earlier today, where I clearly stated that since 1976, there has been multiple government shutdowns. I think today would be the 22nd government shutdown, if I'm not mistaken, in our history. On average, the length is 8.2 days. On average, the initial reaction is a slight increase, and on average, 12 months after, there's a 12.7% increase based off of the S&P 500 return after the following 12 months. So again, is there bound to be short-term volatility? Yeah, as of right now, if you pay attention to the market, NASDAQ market is slightly retracing. Guess what? Markets still have not surpassed the lows that we made today, right? QQQ hit lows of 596. We have not exceeded that. We have not broken that support. If we look at the larger time frames, look at that. Still incredibly bullish. Maybe we will and pull back a little bit. The only people that this is freaking out are the over-leveraged crypto bros that can't or don't have any more money to buy the dip on. We've talked about this before. This shouldn't scare you. This should really excite you, right? You should be well positioned, not over leveraged, but well positioned that if markets do pull back, you're always able to take advantage of the deals that are bound to present themselves. Because long-term government shutdowns don't really matter in the stock market. Markets always tend to recover. Now, again, patterns tend to repeat themselves. They don't always have to. Of course, this time it can be different. Maybe there will be a trigger, but more often than not, I think the statistic was there's an 86% probability that the markets always end up higher 12 months after. So again, something to take into consideration. I don't want to talk too much. Just want to share the stats. Yes, markets are initially retracing into the red. I wouldn't be surprised that by the time that the markets close tomorrow, that we end up back in the green. We all know it. We all know that markets are incredibly bullish. They're looking for any and every reason to continue to rally. My only real concern is up and coming labor market reports. There's a specific report like the non-farm payrolls and the unemployment rate report that was supposed to be released on Friday. If the government is shut down, the BLS, the Bureau of Labor Statistics, stated that they're not going to release that data. I don't know how the markets would react based off of that. With that being said, also the threats that Trump is making to fire because of this government shutdown, and the Democratic Party being responsible. Supposedly Trump is going to fire a handful of Democrat federal employees, because I believe when this shutdown happens, there's about 2 million federal employees that will be furloughed. With that being said, we'll see how markets end up reacting tomorrow. So again, I'll do my part in keeping you guys up to date. Hope to see you for tomorrow's live trading session. If you want to tune on in, it's going to be the second link in the description down below. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.